All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. So, today we are going to go through some more barnyard finds, let's call them. We're going to go ahead and run through um, we're going to go ahead and run through a few finds. We're going to save the best for last, but I wanted to show you guys we got a haul here. Of course, you can't see it in the here, so I'll turn that off for now. So we got a haul here. We got we're gonna untape it with you guys right now. If I can. I was looking for my razor blade, but I guess I put it down somewhere. So I'll just untape it. Let me see where to put my razor blade. Anyway, give me a second, and I will get this out of here. Okay, so there's one, and there's number two. All right, and then there's number three, and this is the big one. So we are going to go ahead and open these and get into them real quick. And while we're here, I mean, that's why we are here today, is to go ahead and check these out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back so we can see what's going on before we get started. And this one is the one we're probably going to be focusing the most time on. This is a Pokemon pack book, Pokemon book. This is so there's that. We're going to be focusing a majority of time on that, I'm sure. And then these are a couple of others that we're going to get to in a little bit. But for now, we're going to focus on the Pokemon stuff. But there's some Disney cards in here. And then this one, I'm going to leave this one off to the side over here. This one is the, and I'll put it right here so that everybody can keep their eye on it. That's the special. That's the special find of the day. So that's the one that we're going to focus on the end. I kind of want to find a Sharpie and write special on it, but you're going to notice this one has the Disney cards. So we're going to keep that up here also, but you can see the white is the special. So we're going to go ahead and do like we always do. We're going to go ahead and grab our gloves because I'm a firm believer in I want to touch these vintage cards as little as possible, right? I'm trying to keep the oils of my day and even though I just washed my mitts and all of that, I'm still a firm believer that I'm trying to keep the oils and anything off of these cards because we're already finding them in binders. We're already finding them from other collectors or other people's stuff. So this is I thought this was kind of a cute binder. We're going to end up keeping this, and we're going to be putting miscellaneous cards, and this will be one of the ones we take to the con in January and use to maybe as the giveaway book for little kids or something. So this is the book we found. I'm going to give you just a little thumb through as we figure it out. Now, I'm hopeful with this book. To be really honest, I'm quite hopeful, but to be real honest, it seems like I don't expect much, I guess is what I'm saying in this book. The last book that I found a couple of whoppers, and I don't know if that's going to happen every time, and that's kind of what got the hook in is I found a couple of really good cards, and that's honestly what kicked off this entire ridiculousness, if you want, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm in the space that I'm living in, I'm trying to be realistic and not expect a lot out of these books. But this is the start of it, really. I mean, we're gonna check this out, and we're gonna go ahead and go through this book, and we're gonna see if there's any great stuff. In the last book, I got some first edition cards. I got some really great cards that we're gonna take to the con. Some of them might get graded eventually. Some of them might just get sold or traded at the con. We're gonna have to wait and see. So I figure, yeah, what better time than a Wednesday evening to go ahead and, like I said, I'm not ripping packs here. So I know there's a lot of channels out there right now that are ripping packs. That's cool. I wish I had the flair for that, but we're going to just start, we're just going to go ahead and get started down the way. So what we're going to do here, just so you guys have an understanding of what's going to go on here. So we're going to go through these. We're going to scan every card into our digital collection, and then we're going to, if there's any great ones, we're going to pull them and we'll put them in some sleeves, and got some new penny sleeve packs because we ran out last time, and got some card savers and some extras in the corner. So there's a lot going on in here, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of get started. So should we start from the back or should we start from the front? Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any first editions in here. We'll see. All right, so we're just going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and how should I do this? Should I take the? I think maybe I'll take these out of the binder so that we have a little more play on them, and then I will put them back in the binder here in a little bit. So I think that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to put this up. I'm going to go ahead and take our sleeving supplies and put them off to the side. And that way we can go ahead and move some stuff around here. And then we will go ahead and begin the process. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these over here so you guys can see them the whole time. And then we're going to go ahead and just go through these. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to scan them. And then we're going to see where they go. If they go into the pile of staying in the book, or going to the other book, or if they're just going to get into a penny sleeve because they're only worth a buck or two, or if they are potentially worth grading, we'll put them in both, and then we can put them in the potential grading pile, because there is a pile. Let me tell you, there is a pile of cards that eventually might need to get graded or sold or whatever. So there's a whole pile of penny sleeved, and then there's the stuff in the books. So all right, so we're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm excited. We've got this pile, and then we've got the special. And I kind of haven't said anything. It's sealed, so you guys know I haven't opened it and looked at it myself. But there is a special in here that we're going to do at the end. So I'm keeping that off to the side, and then these are the Disney cards we'll go through at the end. But I figured we'd start with the Pokemon stuff. So we're going to go ahead and just roll on through. And we're going to change some stuff around, so don't mind the sounds here. Okay. And then we are going to give you guys another viewpoint that is up there. And like I said, you can still see the special. It's right here. In fact, I might even move it over and put it right here. No room to put it. So right there, you can see it. Haven't touched it. In fact, I'll flip it over so you guys can see the sealed part right there. Okay, boom. And then we have the Disney stuff off in the corner. Okay. All right. Well, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and scan our cards one by one. And then what I'll do is I'll scan them down here, and then or I'll let you guys get a look at them in the picture-in-picture, and then I'll go ahead and scan them also. So but I can scan them inside the plastic, which is also great. It doesn't give it the best image, but it gets the job across, and then I can not take them out. And then it gives me a basic generic value. See, that dark energy card is only worth like 3 cents. So it's, we're just going to go, okay, cool, and move on. The great thing about this app, again, this is the collector app. I have the premium because I'm scanning a bunch of stuff, but and then we're going to give you guys this view so you can see the app and the cards in the background. So what's cool about this app is you can, like I said, I'm going to show you guys the cards here in the picture-in-picture, and then I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to scan them, and then from there, you guys can see. You can't see necessarily the fine numbers, but you can see how the app works. This is what I'm using. See, that's a 4-cent card, and it doesn't really give you any great information about it initially until you get in later, and then you can see what the graded ones are worth. So we're just going to scan eventually. Maybe they'll give us something. Um, and you always want to make sure that they are what they say they are, because sometimes the algorithms that do the scanning on these kind of get kind of lost, right? So we want to make sure that right. And I mean, if you guys want, I can switch through. You guys just let me know how you want me to navigate this the streams, right? Because this is more. I could do this in private and just go along with the ride, but I kind of want to do this with you guys on this in this platform live. So if there's something you want changed, please don't hesitate to address the query, because I'm always open to it. Okay, so next is Night at the Academy. It is a stadium trainer card. Again, and another way that you can kind of tell initial look and value. Again, obviously, first editions are clutch. That's what I'm learning. But it also gives you a date at the bottom of the card. Anything usually in the 2020 era is pretty new. So unless it's a hollow or a special card from a pack, they're genuinely pretty. I don't want to say worthless, but they're genuinely pretty they're worth pennies, right? Whereas if you find a first edition, or you find some hollows or reverse hollows, or all that stuff, then it's a whole different story. But yeah, and I mean, basically, I want you guys to follow along in the journey that I'm taking, and that is just finding cards, finding vintage stuff like this, finding other people's stuff, and just going through it. Just going through, seeing if there's any value in any of these cards on the face without grading. And then if they're worth something, or if the grade is worth something, then we can look into taking them to get graded. So oh, this kind of works great, because there's the 2x2. In fact, I wish I could make the um actual image like different for you guys, but I think this is working. Okay, so those are the two we just scanned. The next two we're scanning on this page are right here, the Impidimp and the energy, and the other energy card. So we'll go ahead and scan these. But this is this is kind of something new to me. I've never been really a card collector. Again, you wouldn't know it by looking what's going on in here today, and what's going on here most days. And see, that's a 33-cent card, so that potentially could be oh, that's a spirit aura. See, that's what I mean. You gotta look, because it's trying to give me a different card. So I usually delete, and then I'll get closer and give it a real opportunity to scan it, see what it says, because that's a basic energy card. But they come up weird. I don't know. Sometimes they just okay. So that says no match. So let's delete that. All right. Usually when that happens, I'll just pull it out, and being as this whole sheet is basically worth $1, don't really feel bad about taking it out of the package. Okay. Yeah, 20. No, see, it's saying it's a radioactive swamp card. So that's not okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna put it back in, and then again, this one was pretty much not a banger on the first one. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of chill and go through this. I'll give you guys a view of what we're gonna scan next. You guys can kind of take a look at it. And like I said, if that's something, here, I'm gonna put these. I think these are ones that I just didn't have. I was worried I didn't have the stuff for. So I'll put these off to the side. We'll move this over, and then I can do. So I can do that. We'll do that for you guys. If you prefer that, we can do this so that you guys can see. If you guys don't really want to see this vantage point, that's okay. If you really prefer this, you guys just let me know. Whoever's out there, just go ahead and holler at me. Makes no never mind to me. Okay, so that's a Mr. Mime. Okay, like I said, you guys just let me know what you want to do. Okay, again, 5 cents. And then that's what's on deck. 3 cents. And it looks, here's another energy card. The app for some reason seems to have, I think, the most trouble with energy cards. I don't know why. See, this giving me a frost aura. I don't know why, but for some reason, the energy cards in this app, it just does not like them for some reason. So that is something that has been a little trying, is the fact that yeah, that these they just don't, they just don't really do anything. So there's some cool cards here on this sheet on the backside. It looks like we got a couple hollows maybe, and then some other cards down here. Like I said, I haven't seen any first editions or anything like that. So, okay. And then let's get our. And like I said, sometimes it gives you the generic version, so I'll have to go back through. See that sand shrew is a um, hollow, so that might have more value. So I'll put this sheet off to the side and give it a look. In fact, this whole back sheet will get a look. Yeah, so 20 cent, like I said, you just got to make sure they're the right one. See, that's immortal. Yep, yep. And then the okay, and that one is 47 cents. So, yeah, this whole sheet I'm going to put to the side, and we'll see how how it pans out as far as because this is like a whole back sheet of hollows or reverse hollows. So the front's not really worth anything, but the back stuff might have some potential in it. So, um, yeah, and these are 2016. That's a 2020. That's a 2019. That's a 2016. So these might have some value. So we'll put these off to the side. We'll put these off to the side and see what happens with them as we get further on. So, all right, on to the next sheet. And this is gonna. I mean, there's quite a few sheets, so we're gonna go through and just scan and talk and scan and talk. So anything anybody has to say or anything that's going on, you guys just go ahead and pipe up because it's just me all by myself. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah, like I said, I don't even really scan the energy cards, even if it's a hollow, because this app has such a hard time reading this one thing. Yeah, no match found. So we'll just delete that one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, basic energy cards. It has a really hard time with basic energy cards. I don't know why. I don't get it. It just does. So, all right. So let's do the. All right. Okay. Okay. 65 cent. Okay. Okay. So the front had some fun stuff in it. Here's the next. Here's the next two. And like I said, I haven't seen any first editions. I mean, there's a lot of hollows and reverse. There's a lot of cool stuff in here so far. Nothing that's really broken the bank, but definitely, there's definitely some cool stuff in here. And let me know if everything sounds okay, if I sound okay, and so on and so forth. So, okay, so let's jump into this back page. And again, I'm always looking for that, 1999 card, because I find that those cards tend to have the most just face value. And if you can find a card that has that's in good shape like that from the 90s, usually they have some value to them. So, all right. Okay, so suspicious food tin. Yep, yep. And like I said, you always got to look just to make sure uh, on what's, what it is the description of what it says it is. All right, so this had a couple good cards on it, so we'll put that sheet off to the side also. And then we will dive into the next set of cards. So if anybody knows a lot about Pokemon, please, pipe up and let me know if I'm missing anything, if you see anything. But I'm just enjoying the ride basically. So hopefully you guys like the format. Hopefully you like the technical stuff that's going on here. And, I'm just going to keep doing this. That's a good, okay. So there's the good, little card. I haven't found anything over $1 yet. So, on its face value, I haven't found anything super great on its face yet, but we'll see. We're here for a good time. Doesn't matter if there's a lot of money on the table. We're just here for a good time. So, all right. So let's get this guy going. Okay, that's the Brock Pewter Gym. Okay, so that's a trainer card. Force, okay. And then a Starry U. And there's probably going to be a couple of cards on each oh, I do the back of this one already? No, I didn't do the back of this one. I did the back of this one. All right, yeah. Okay, got to do the back of this one. All right. So yeah, this is front and back. I think it's probably going to be 200 cards or so. So we're just going to roll on through and not lollygag around. I mean, yes, we will be here all night, but that's not the point. Okay, so that is yep, okay. Okay, looks like we got okay. All right, so that Whopper was a Whopper. Oh, I wish I had a drum roll pad here that I could look at. Okay, so we're gonna look at that one. Okay, so there's a couple things we're gonna look at on that sheet. Moving on to the next sheet. All right. And I mean, I know I know the stream says vintage, but anything older than anything older than 20 years is vintage. And well, these cards now, some of these cards, if you find them, they are, from the 90s, so they are vintage. There's a side deck. I always liked the side deck. I thought it was an interesting character created by Pokemon. But yeah, this is how easy it is to catalog and get a look at cards to see, I got another Brock Pewter City Gym. So there's another duplicate here in this book. And like I said, we'll see what we pick up. But again, expectations are low. If we, this kind of like ripping packs, right? You don't really know what you're going to get. You have an idea of what you should be getting, but you don't really know what you're getting when you're ripping new packs. You're hoping and praying that you have that one in a, whatever amount of cards that they made or produced or manufactured or whatever. So it's yeah, I didn't really see anything too great on that sheet. So we'll put that with the not too great sheets up in the corner. And then we will jump into our next sheet. Got another energy card that I'm probably not going to really scan, even though there's an energy card on every sheet just about, but that's okay. I mean, I always try to scan it. They just come out so garbage. Okay, that's a good one. That's probably the best card we've pulled out of this so far. I mean, as far as just raw face value, 51 cents. So, hey, there's an unnumbered fire card. They actually got it right. That's amazing. This app has a hell of a time with energy cards for some reason. So, all right, let's see. Okay, and then got another side deck coming up. You know, a bunch of doubles. Like I said, this is who knows, could have been a collector's a kid's, um, collection that at the yard sales, but who knows? Who really knows? I don't ask any questions. I just see books and I go, sure. What do you want for that? Sounds great. Is there any room to negotiate? So that. Oh, yep. Okay, it is. All right, moving right along. And like I said, guys, if you guys know anything about Pokemon, please feel free to put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Let us know because I don't know. Yeah, see, Santa's Adams First Edition. That is not that is not the card I have right there. I am sorry. All right, so like I said, energy cards don't always this app doesn't always like energy cards, so uh we go at them very, very lightly. So I swear I'm just gonna have a book of all energy cards one day because the app hates them so much. Okay. Gonna keep on moving on here. And like I said, stick around, come and go, come back, hang out, leave, come back later. But try to come back at the end or come get a rewatch because we do have this special card in the case today, and we are going to it's up here. You're looking. We are going to take a look at that card. It is a special card. I know what it is. I don't know what true condition it's in. I don't know exactly everything about it yet. But I'm very excited about it. So, if you don't stick around the whole time, if you just come back, come and go, definitely try to make your way back to the stream at the end, because at the end of the stream, even if you fast forward it, at the end of the stream, we are going to be uh, unboxing this special card I picked up. I was really excited to pick it up because I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know what it's worth, what it's not. I don't really care. I just really like. If you guys have followed my other channel, you know my treasure hunting. I like weird and obscure finds in collectibles, right? So yes, there is that's expensive and that's going to gain money and that's cool and all. I don't really look at those things like that. I look at it like, is it cool? Is it weird? Is it fun? And again, is it something that shouldn't exist, right? I have a couple things that just shouldn't exist. And so I am definitely always on the hunt for that. So yeah, it's more of the and keep that in mind, like I said, if you guys that have been around for a long time, that have followed the other channel through its journey to 1,000 subscribers and getting to a place where we are now, where we're, branching off to do this channel and experiment, not just play video games, but to jump into other kind of games, and this being something different off the beating path of the stuff we do normally. So yeah, something fun and different, something, I don't really, yeah, something new and different. Okay, on to the next sheet. And like I said, guys, if anything jumps out at you, please feel free to let me know what that is, right? Something just gets your eye. There you go. Let's be as in focus as I can get them. Something gets your eye, let me know so that I can pull it aside and take a closer look at it. So, I'm sure there's some of you out there that know way more than I do about this stuff. Like way more than I know. Bum 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 bum. This is a duplicate, this is like a duplicate sheet almost. As I remember these two, and I don't know if they were in the exact same order. But I do remember them. And who knows, most of these might just go back in this book, and this might just be a giveaway book at the cons, for any kids that want certain cards. If I have it, they can take it, because we are going to be streaming from the con the 4th and or 5th of January. There's a card con here in Vegas, and we will be going. So keep your eye out for that as well. There's something we're going to be doing. We're going to go out there live. We're going to go get some cards looked at. We might potentially try to sell some cards, trade some cards. Yeah. So if there's anybody that's into that stuff, please let me know. If you're going to be out this way, please let us know so that we can, try to give you some merch or try to give you some of this stuff, whatever you're looking for. You got, little ones that are interested in this stuff. So we'll see. All right. That's the front of that one. Be awesome if I had a macro. I could just hit one button. Okay. All right. Didn't see a lot on that one that was worth writing home about. Haven't really found anything yet in this bad to write home about. So we'll see. We'll get there. Hopefully the special's in really good shape. It's like the Craggle. We're just referring to it as the special. Yep, and we're just gonna keep grinding through these, man. Like I said, if anybody is out there that knows more about it, you see anything that catches your eye, please feel free to let us know so that we want, the reason we're doing this on stream and not just sitting in front of the TV doing this is because we want to build a community around this kind of stuff and have a good time while we're doing it. So I wish I had some music going for you guys, but I mean, I might. I don't know if music would help. But let's see what we got here. Let's do this one last card. The Weedle. Okay, I didn't see anything super great, but it does have a couple of hollows, so we're gonna keep that off to the side. All right, let's add some music, man. I think yeah, all my stuff is in here. So let's do this. I can't listen, so I'm gonna keep it super low, like 5%. If you hear it's too loud or anything, let me know. But I'm gonna try to give you guys some background music. Okay, moving on. We got a B drill and we got a double colorless energy. Again, let me know if the music is too loud, if we need a different beat. Let's take it through. Stage 2. Okay, let's jump back into. So I'm gonna leave that up at 5%. Let me know if it's too loud. It's not loud enough. Okay, there we go. That's a 55 center by itself. Maybe something later. Two of them. That's good. That's a nice little side of a sheet. A lot of basics. These are like the cards that people pull when they're ripping packs, and they don't care about these. They're just waiting to get to those bottom cards so that they can good stuff. And that's probably what 90% of this book is. 90% of this book is probably throwaways. What most people constitute as throwaways. Right, we're about halfway through, probably a little more than halfway through our book. Haven't found anything spectacular. Honestly, I wasn't too sure. Like I said, there were a couple of I didn't see any first edition cards in the solos that were out there because there were some solos on the table, but I didn't see anything like that out there. Um, so we'll see. Like I said, I wasn't expecting too much from this book. Honestly, the special at the end is the special at the end is the card I'm looking probably the most forward to. Uh, there's just something about that card that I'm just really excited about. I really can't even tell you guys how excited I am for that card. So stick around to the end because we're gonna be unlidding something pretty soon that is blows my mind that this stuff even makes it out. So we'll see if it ends up, again, what the app says and what the value of the card actually is are usually two different things, right? Because this app is grading everything and checking everything out at its lowest possible value. This to not get people spun up to have a card that on the record could say, $600, and they don't want to get people riled up, so they just give you the bottom of the barrel pricing, right? Oh, that's a 23-cent card. Oh, that's a 55-cent card. But if you look at the PSA grading, you look at what it's worth, if it's in great condition, in good quality, then you start to find, that's where you start to find value in knowing what you have. So for that's what I'm saying. You guys get to give you a water. Most of the, like I said, for some reason, most of the element cards, these apps really don't like. And like I said, in the last book, I found a first edition. It was a random ass book, had a lot of random stuff in it, but I found a couple of really good cards we're going to take to the con. We've got those all wrapped up and sealed up in the binder and all that fun stuff. So try energy cards, but they usually jive. So I hope you guys like the way I'm kind of doing this, the way I'm kind of cutting it up is giving you a close look at the card, and then I give you a wide look with the close up. I guess you don't really need the close up when you're doing that, right? Give you anything else that's so close, right? Can't remember if there's anything good on the sheet. Magma. I'll just switch between these two ones. Picture. Yeah, so let me know if the music's too loud. If it's not loud enough, use more. Okay, and we'll go. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that's that shit I'm talking about. Oh, it's a nighttime. No, it's a freaking hell. All right. So yeah, we're just cooking through this binder. Where I think we're almost at the end of this binder. And there's some stuff that looks okay. There's some stuff that definitely I need to check and look at what graded, what better value, better quality cards look like in some of these, and I'm putting them off to the side so I can get a look. But honestly, I mean, so far I haven't found anything that's really scrambling my circuits and getting me off the rails because I haven't really found anything like that. The last time, sure, there were a couple of wows. But then as you get into, comparing and going and looking, you're like, oh, well, this isn't going to be a graded card because the edges look like crap. But, if people still play with this card or that card or whatever, then you can always find a place for it. Yeah, it looks like this book might just be all pennies and dimes, pennies and nickels, no quarters, no dimes. Oh, another suspicion food tin. If anybody has anything, feel free to comment. Feel free to put something out there. Boy, I've found more of those midnight $10 midnight. It is, sir. I don't think it is. Yeah, we're just checking. We're just checking all the, probably. We'll see what things look like at the end. Might spend too much on this book for what it's got inside it, but there's a couple cards that could end up being worth something in the end. We'll see. And again, this could just be the giveaway book. $0.70. Okay, so put that in the we're gonna further investigate pile. Probably the most. It's probably the most expensive card. Oh, you can't find the Pokeball, really? Can't find the Pokeball. Okay, trucking right along. Coding energy and a Mudbray. Trainer Holo. That's probably the most expensive card we found so far. 70 center. All right, getting down to the last two sheets, everybody. So, getting down to the nitty gritty. We scanned all of these cards, and then we can move on to see what the other cards look like. And we'll get into why I picked those up here shortly. But so far, we've only found some pretty, basic cards. Let's call them. We haven't found anything truly outstanding yet. A couple of nice things, but nothing truly unimaginable. 64 cents on that drizzle. Put that off to the side. We'll put this sheet off to the side. More sheet after this one. Sheet of this book. Again, no bangers, nothing really that stood out. No first editions, no really crazy cards hidden in the diamonds. There's no diamonds hidden in this rough. It's just rough. It's just rough. That's all it is. It's just rough. So no diamond in this rough so far. But again, that's kind of what happens when you find these books out in the world, and you're like, yeah, sure, I'll take that book that I found out in the wild. No problem. So not you can't be a winner every time. Unfortunately, it's a lot like gambling, ripping packs, and finding these vintage bags, these for lack of a better term, used binders full of fun stuff. Oh, that one found the Pokeball. Such a weird. Okay, last two of this book, and then we're going to move on to the Disney. I think there's like 11 Disney cards. I don't even know if those are going to scan, but I have been hearing that they are quite hot right now. Is anything in this book? Investigation. No, not really. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so that's the we're gonna add that to the Pokemon add to profile, and then it'll show us, all of these in our profiles. 142 cards total in that book, so that's what we went through in the last hour. Next on the agenda is going to be right here in front of us. Right here next on the agenda is in front of us. I don't know if these are going to even read, so we're going to pull this out, refocus our energy, and we're going to put this here. So, like I said, I don't really know what's going to be in this, and I don't know if they're going to scan at all. So, we're going to try to give them a scan. We're going to try to look at them, but initially, I want to show you guys what we're doing. So, I went ahead and picked this book up, or this one as well, and these are Disney trading cards. So, these are from a product and distribution by Impel Marketing, and they are, and we're going to see if these are going to scan. So start. So they're like old school Disney cards, right? They're not even. I'm looking for a year on these, and I don't even see a year. It just says Walt Disney Company. They're all numbered, and so I don't know what the numbers are for. I honestly don't know. I just saw them and was like, "This is cool. I want this." So I'm gonna look at and see if they'll scan. And then, like I said, they're not all of them are perfect, but I wasn't sure what this would be. So we're going to try to scan them. We're going to try to scan them and see what happens. So let's see if it can even identify what this is. Yeah, so this is something that I'm going to walk around the con and ask people about it so they can't identify. So I just wanted to show you guys. So I'll just go through them and show you guys what these are one by one, two by two, and then we'll go on to the special. Because the special. But I wanted to show you guys these. I'm actually going to put them in card savers because I think this is a cool find. So I'm actually I wanted to show you guys what we acquired out in the wild. Another interesting find out in the wild, and I thought it was super cool. And I saw they were Disney, and I saw they were like old school. Like this isn't stuff that they made. Um, I mean, maybe they did make this in the 2000s, but these characters, some of these characters are Carla Cluck and, um, and some others that are very unique to the Disney that don't really even exist anymore. So there's Mickey facing a two-faced opponent, and Mickey in a cut-up reel. These are cards that are unique, and this is the kind of stuff that we're trying to do here. We're trying to find stuff that is unique. We're trying to find stuff that is um, that not everybody has, and then eventually uh, we're gonna go to this con, and we're gonna see if we can find any information about them. Right. So this is gonna be one of the things we do at the con is like, what are these? What are they from? And what's the deal? So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Quite a few Mickeys, quite a few Donalds, and a couple of miscellaneous randoms. So I thought this was fun. Here's a Goofy and a Donald here at the end. So like I said, there's no year, there's no dates, there's no nothing. It just says what it is, and then you get a story favorite on the back. It's really weird, and I just had to have it. So So yeah, so those are the Disney cards as we wrap up this hour. Now, uh, this is the one I've been waiting for all night long, right? All night long, I have been waiting and obsessed with this right here, right? So this what's in this pack right here is something like I said, I don't think I think a bunch of collectors might want it only because of its unique and specificity, right? And so in this package in particular is something that I honestly that's how awesome it is. I honestly was kind of befuddled that it found its way to me. Um, I was sitting there and I was looking and I was like, is that those moments? I don't know if any of you collectors out there who even watch this stream or anybody who's not really associated with the other channel watch, but today in today's world, I don't expect these kind of things to make their way to the forefront, let alone um, let alone find their way into my hands. You know, so let's see. Okay, okay. So it is, and I don't even want to pull. I don't even want to bring it all the way until the last minute because we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna close out the stream. And I appreciate anybody that's come in and hung out, or anybody that's gonna catch us on the rewatch. But this is, to me, probably the most unique thing that I have found in this adventure. Right? I am very excited to see what's in here. Right? So I am going to record on this other camera, but we're going to go ahead and do it from this. So, okay. So this big reveal. In fact, I'll probably. Okay. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty of the stream. Anybody in the stream? Are there any guesses? I'm going to offer that up first. Are there any guesses on what this could be? Is my first question. Is there any ideas on what could be in here? We're going to give it another minute, and then we're going to go ahead and rip this thing. So this card, I was really excited to get my hands on, and again, it's something unique. That's kind of what I'm looking for in this little area. I've got a lot of weird stuff going on here, but this is the unique. So here we go. Without further ado, I'm just going to hold this here, and then we are going to. All right. So without any further ado, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and place my finger here, holding the pack, and then we are going to reveal what the special card we acquired is. Now, as you can see, I'll flip it around. And does anybody have any idea what it is before? Here, I'll even take it out of the custom plastic. Anybody? All right. Well, here we go. This is it. It is a Jesse and James off-center air cut card. This card is an off-center, completely off-center, not just one side. Both sides are completely off-center. And this card is unique. I mean, all I can say is I am so excited about this card. So before we do anything, I'm going to grab a brand new penny sleeve from the middle of the deck because this card deserves special. So got this, undo there, pull this thing out here. We're going to take this little blue card right out, and we're going to put it in this penny sleeve. Get rid of this. Grab a card saver from the middle. Drop a little bit. And in she goes. And they go. And that's it, everybody. That's what we're going to close the stream out with. A unique off-center Jesse and James Pokemon card. I love the unique. I think it's so fun. And I'm just into it. So thank you, everybody, for coming to the stream. We appreciate you. Don't forget to check everything out. Spay new to your pets. Help control the pet population. We appreciate you being here. Have a great night. Take care.